Okay. Hey everybody, this is your girl Lotus J, and we are live at the Vibe. Brick House is got a whole bunch of updates, and I'm so excited to give you those. So just stay tuned. We had a really big weekend, and I'm just pumped over that. But today's show, the Black of the Berry, and we're gonna go in. This is actually gonna be a good topic for us tonight. And if you've been following any of our advertisement, you'll know why. Because this is the kind of stuff we talk about on the Black of the Berry, which is our politically incorrect show. Most of the time, anyway.
Politically incorrect.
I stay in the fights.
I do too.
Stay into fights about posts and opinions and all that kind of stuff. So
that's the way of the world.
This our opportunity to get it out and just but it's all good. So, okay. I'm a little distracted, sorry. So anyway, I hope all is well. We're gonna get into our topic in a little bit, but before we do that, we're gonna do a couple little announcements. Hey V, what's happening? Cause ain't nobody here with me. What you do over the weekend? I've got nobody to talk to. Everybody done build on me. I look crazy sitting here talking to myself. Yeah, that's why I like to keep the door closed.
You what? Talking to yourself?
Yeah. What's happening? What you do over the weekend?
I attended the Lotus Fest.
the Lotus
X
Fest. Lotus X Fest.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Did you talk about that yet?
No. Who I'm talking? I ain't got nobody to talk to. I'm sitting here.
You got 1.9 million listeners.
Yes, we do.
To talk to.
We lost people. We used to have 2.8 million.
Yeah.
All right, we got work to do.
For them one week or two.
We got work to do. But yeah, we had my birthday party this weekend, and it was so off the chain. It really was.
Oh wait, they ain't got headphones on, microphone, nothing.
Oh Lord, we so bootleg today. But
yeah,
so we been live. So Friday night we had the ultimate basement party, and it was off the chain.
That's pretty nice.
Like the dance floor was packed the entire night. So guess what? We got some more good stuff coming for y'all, kind of on that same vibe. We just gonna kick it every once in a while, just throwback style. But we had a ball. And then an extra special gift, we had DJ Romeo and DJ Dallas Scratch was on the stage, and they just was going back and forth, and it was off the chain. That was like just the highlight to me, and I needed that song.
We ain't never done nothing like that.
That was so cool.
We got to do more of that.
Yes, and check this out. Yeah, Saturday, this older couple that comes to swing out. Chicago Step Lessons. They were there Friday, and she says, I always just come for buffet on Fridays, and we stay for a little while. And she said, when are y'all going to do that? I was like...
Yeah, that's pretty fly.
But this is what surprised me. I would think y'all would be the ones that want the band. That was dang near 70. It was turned up.
They can do without a band if they got some old school
every once in a while. That's
you don't want to do without a band, and it's, Lil Wayne and his
it was
friends.
Cool, and we didn't do that. We played plenty Tribe Called Quest and PE and Boogie Down Productions. We just got in. So big ups to Dallas Scratch and Romeo. They came through, and I really, really appreciate it.
We had smoke and lights and stuff.
We had smoke and lights, and we kicked it. I was on cloud 9,000. But check this out. The highlight is my baby performed. And he did that. He really, really did. I was so proud of him. He did a song that he wrote for me when he was in California. And it's so touching if you listen to the words of it. And it's called, the hook is Family Matters, and that will never change. And that's what I try to teach them. And I was so proud that he wrote that song and he performed that on Friday night. So that was cool. So yeah, that was Friday. We was laid back. And then Saturday, we got into our...
Before you get into Saturday... I think I know why I really, really enjoy Friday.
Why?
I got to wear sneakers. Yes. I have to put on those shoes and those sports coats, man. I was feeling like I was at the park. I
had on Adidas warm up. G was in Nike, and we was kicking it. That was fun, though.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
So yeah, it was plenty of people that wore their little 80s outfits. Stefan, y'all gotta look at that. We're gonna post some more pictures soon. Stefan was so goofy to me with her little outfit, but she always so festive, which makes it fun to me. Yep. So anyway, that was fun. So Saturday we did our African print party. I think this is the first one. This is the first one I've ever heard of in DFW, and it was beautiful because so many people embraced that. And the concept behind that was Friday night we was going to kick it old school style. Then Saturday we just want people to embrace. We want to bring culture and mainstream together. So Brick House kind of represents mainstream, but we want people to embrace and see how beautiful our culture is.
You better embrace it or somebody will take it.
They are trying to take it. I sent you that picture, didn't I?
Yeah. Yuck. Yuck.
Yeah, so yeah, they come at our culture vultures. So anyway, it was beautiful though. Like,
is she coming?
It was. She says she is.
You heard from her? Because ain't nobody here right now.
She says she is, so we'll see. If not, we just gotta hold it down. But yeah, so it was beautiful though because we had people with I'm
gonna start doing that African gear, like, you know, I'm incorporating in my wardrobe.
Yes, it wasn't nice. Yeah, and then we had this. I have to give a shout out to my sister that made my dress. I want y'all to really look at her and just show her some love because she really, really came through. She made a beautiful African print dress for me, and then Masterpiece and Des from 1011 showed up, and they were vending on Friday, so we got a lot of people to purchase African gear from them on Friday, and then they came back and wore it on Saturday. So it was just, and really, it was almost like trickery to get people to embrace, but we also got people to spend money with black-owned businesses. So it was all strategic. So that was cool.
That was fly. We're gonna do another one of those too.
And soon, before the end of the year. And then Sunday we celebrated OG birthday, so that was cool too. He ain't gonna watch this, but we let him know we shot him out anyway. Let me do that.
What? We gotta do.
I know. Okay, so you talking now?
Can you leave it off for a minute?
I'll set it up. Go ahead.
It's got your, but you got your whatchamacallits on there, right?
What?
Your
my thumbprint?
No, your
password or whatever.
You got a proverb today? Or are we skipping that?
Oh, we're gonna have to skip it.
Okay.
Because it's already 8:30 and we both can't use my phone. So, but anyway, what's going on this week? We got tomorrow
on the Teen Scene Summit. I got the food sponsored this week.
What's the Teen Scene Summit?
Teen Scene Summit. That's where we let these teens come out and
have a club night.
Yeah, they get to kick it. I think they like being on stage with that microphone.
Oh my God, I was so proud of them.
I know. They was just rocking it like it wasn't nothing. Man, you would have put a microphone in my face. When I was a kid, I would have been like,
It was cool.
I'm telling you, man, my mama took me to I went to a commercial audition.
Oh.
I clown in school.
You ain't trying to be in front of nobody.
When they said action, I was like, I was looking like a slave up in there. I was like
what supposed to do?
Uber. It was like, man, he too shy. Get him out of here.
Get him out. Waste
I had on plaid pants, striped shirt, polka dot tie.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did. I got pictures of it.
I want to see
I was dressed like I was dressed like Bubba on Sanford or something.
Steve Urkel. But the teen scene is really live. So what we do is on Wednesday nights is we open Brick House up from 6 until 9. We feed them tomorrow. I mean, they listen to their music. Our DJ gone out of town. DJ Knight left us. So we're going to have some good fun music for them. We feed them buffet style. We'll have some games for them. Just kind of play whatever, some cards or whatever, you know, do they thing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be nice.
It's gonna be fun.
And we put that that contest out. Whoever can bring the most teens, they'll get the Six Flags Hurricane Harbor passes.
So
it's gonna be a good show tomorrow.
Is it just a one-day pass or
no? It's for the whole season.
So they can use it at
either one.
That's cool. Six Flags and Hurricane Harbor. So make sure your
Victor
team
Johnson
comes.
Sponsored those.
Who did?
Victor Johnson.
Oh, shout out to Vic. Thank you, Vic. We're going to have to do this before my battery. So, anyway, last week topic was we talked about the war that our children are they casualties of the drug war. And so we talked about all the different drugs that are out there and what's going on in the schools. It was so good. We were proud of those. Lot.
I was like,
yes.
What'd you say? What kind of
I ain't know none of that stuff. Well,
they crushing up what? And they putting it in what?
Right. They said that they crushed Smarties and sniffing them.
Or something.
Yeah. But we have 4 girls on the stage, and G was the adult. But when I tell you they opened up, and it was so interactive, we had about 30-something people there. And that was the first one, so we're really proud of that. Tomorrow's conversation is going to be really good, and it is teens dealing with suicide and depression. So we have 2 teen girls that wrote books, and they're gonna come, and they wrote books about suicide and depression.
Khadijah and Jaquela Coleman.
That's their names, Khadijah and Jaquela Coleman. Okay.
Rhonda Price daughters.
And so they wrote books, and they're gonna come and share their stories, and talk about their books and what encouraged them to write that. And it's just a safe place for teenagers to be able to express, and for us as adults to be in position to listen. So adults, y'all come out, you bring your children, but please remember it's about the children.
Right, and we got a lady named Lisa Alexander, no relation. Her son committed suicide recently. I think it was this year. And she wants to talk about that. And he was like very popular. Really? So it was like somebody you never would have thought.
Was it on purpose or was it an accident? No, people can.
I'm not going to answer that, Lotus.
Because you think
suicide.
You don't think people have ever on accident took too many pills or?
That wouldn't be suicide though.
If they kill themselves, it's suicide.
Suicide, you gonna know.
Wow.
Yeah, this was on purpose.
Wow.
If they didn't do it on purpose, it's an accidental death. It's an overdose.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Suicide by overdose, I guess. But you ain't trying to kill yourself. You're just trying to get high. But, yeah, he
That's so sad. How old was he?
I want to say about 18.
We got to come
17.
tomorrow.
He wasn't, he was old enough to know this ain't right. But.
Ooh, that's heavy. I cannot even begin to imagine. And so many of us go through, depression and stuff like that, especially during teenage years, but it is so important for us to listen to these children and watch signs and pay attention. So come out tomorrow and bring your teens and your youth.
It's going to be good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what else? That's Wednesday. Thursday, man's point of view. Oh, no. V, do you have your show tomorrow?
No, I'm not doing it tomorrow.
Okay. So then on Thursday we have a man's point of view. What are we talking about?
We're talking about this new age dating.
So
textationships,
sexting, and all of that.
Sexting, social matrimony.
That's so crazy.
Phone nuptials. All that.
How many words you gonna come up with?
I came up with like 4, but I'm telling you, I'm not gonna take the popular side tomorrow. Thursday. The popular side is gonna be, no, he need to call me. He need to call me. He need to call me. He need to. I'm gonna say
catch up with the times.
Hey,
really, I can
it's
see
2017. Hey, if he wanna text you and say meet me, just you gonna meet him or not? You gonna say, oh, well, he ain't called me. I ain't going. You
say, oh, you gonna say okay?
Because somebody who answer the text gonna show up.
Wow.
I'm just saying. I'm taking that side. Like, is it? I just think people are too
stuck in the status quo.
Just in up this box. Like, okay, they said we supposed to do it like this. They said we supposed to do it like that. And I'm thinking,
I agree.
Who cares what they say? How do you feel?
I agree because...
Or you not doing this because you think somebody going to say it.
And that's not the way it's supposed to be done. And who is the they that made those rules?
If it don't hurt somebody, if it ain't hurting anybody, do what you feel and you'll be fine.
Well, I kind of am looking forward to that because I am one of those people that's kind of stuck in a box. And I'm trying to learn new stuff.
You better learn new stuff.
I'm trying to learn new stuff. All right.
I'm just saying.
All All right, what we got? We not doing African proverbs. I know that's so. This is the first time
I had
ever.
Music.
Well, I still want to hear the music.
I picked out.
Let's go.
It matched your shirt. I saw you had that shirt on. I'm like, man.
Because you know I got to turn up a little bit.
Her theme music is matching her shirt.
Power.
We fighting the power.
We fighting the power tonight. I won for the topic.
Didn't we?
Yeah.
We got to fight the power. But who's the power tonight?
Yeah.
Is OJ the power?
He's just a nigga.
This song is going to be hidden until it's just cockroaches left.
I'm trying not to rap. Did you see me get on stage and rap Friday night?
I saw you up there. You call that rapping?
I did.
I saw your stage.
But I was behind Dallas Scratch, so didn't nobody know.
Oh yeah, if you behind Scratch, ain't nobody saw you.
We love
that
you,
joker
Scratch.
was up there on a chair.
Yeah, Scratch kicked it though. I can't wait to. Let's tell them real quick, and then you can play yours. You doing your foolishness.
Yes.
But I gotta tell them this because I'm excited.
I know what you're about to say.
Labor Day weekend. You know I was gonna say that.
Yes.
So Labor Day weekend, we have some fun events coming up. So y'all get ready. Everybody does they white party, the last party of the summer. That's cool. But you know, Brick House got to shake it up a little bit. So we doing a chessboard party. And so our last call before fall is black and white. So you do black, you do white, or you do a combination of black and white.
We're doing a kings and queens of the chessboard.
So that's what we doing on
black and white. We ain't want to do Saturday. Black. We ain't want to do white.
We mixing it up. The kings and queens of the chessboard. So that's kind of cool.
That's gonna be.
And then that's Saturday night. And then Sunday, right before Labor Day, we are doing our BH Lounge family reunion party. So let me tell y'all the concept behind that. Again, it's a throwback party, so y'all can come like you going to a reunion. We just need groups of people to wear T-shirts together, and whoever has the most T-shirts represented in their group, Brick House is gonna throw y'all a party on us.
Throw your party.
So that's gonna be cool.
And it ain't even got to be your family.
Nope.
It ain't got to be your family. It can just, hey, I got a group of my homegirls. Yeah. We gonna come in there and we gonna rock it.
Yes. It could be AKA.
I gotta link up with somebody though. It can be the Masons, the AKAs, the Eastern Stars,
all of that.
The Willie Johnson family,
right?
It can be
the throwback crew.
It can be the
the bikers,
the African bandits.
It can be the what kind of car you drive? Camaro crew.
They can be the hot boys.
The hot boys. So that's how we doing it. And it's a throwback party. So kind of like we did our basement party Friday.
That's going to be big.
It's going to be so live.
That's going to be huge.
It's going to be fun is what it's going to be.
Family reunion.
PH family reunion. Because y'all
Sunday.
know Labor Day, everybody
that's Sunday
gets
before Labor
with
Day.
Their family. So we doing our family reunion the Sunday before.
So you can leave the barbecue and just come on out.
Yeah.
In your gear.
And we kicking it. All right, so
let me play Solar's. I do research. In the studio overnight, all night, researching this theme music. So I gotta play it. This for Solar. Solar, wherever you are.
She ain't right there.
She late. She ain't call. I'm thinking she ain't come. Well, she came at 9:30 last week, and the show over at 10. So she still might be coming. This is Solar's theme music for Black History Facts, and we don't have no Black History Facts. Here's the Black History Fact. She ain't here again. That's Black History Fact.
To guide me.
You be doing her for real.
She need to be here to hear this.
You be doing her.
This is. What is her name? Mother Vernon Oliver Price.
How do you even find that? How do you find that?
The internet is the most wonderful thing ever created.
That's jamming though.
Oh yeah.
That made me want to go to church.
That's the kind of church I grew up in.
Yes, that make you want to go to church.
The old folks get up and sing.
And them old bitches.
Be screaming.
Them wood bitches.
Old bitches.
No, I did not. I said sitting on the old wood bitches.
I just said them old bitches.
God.
I was going to say, I'm leaving this show.
God.
That's what I heard, Lotus.
No,
blow your
you did
nose.
not.
You need to blow your nose, Lotus. Alright, that's for Sola who.
What's the fact? She ain't here. That's a fact.
The Black History fact is this black lady ain't here.
She ain't here. Okay. Now, what's your music?
Oh, don't fret. Y'all don't know nothing about this.
It's hard to play music. I don't know nothing about.
Hey, it takes these for my theme music.
You so extra.
And ain't nobody ever played this one on no show.
You so extra.
Lotus can't even guess this one.
Oh my God, I don't like that.
Man, this is.
No, because I don't like it when I don't know.
Oh, no, you don't know. It might take a minute. They'll let you know who's singing it, but you don't know the song. This West Coast, Lotus don't know nobody on the West Coast but Tupac.
Ice Cube. I like Cube, but that's about it.
Anybody out there in Facebook land?
Somebody put it out there. Who is this?
They probably can't hear it.
Who is this, Vincent? You know.
V, you don't know what this is? He died.
He don't know. Huh?
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg, dog crime. One More Day. Oh, this is
Yeah.
Nate Dogg was an alcoholic. You know, he used to like to have his own gallon of gin, and your liver don't like
Oh, you talking
a gallon
about
of Hennessy.
my sister? She outside.
Your liver don't like a gallon of Hennessy in one night.
Is that what
just
did?
for the record.
That's what did it to him.
Man, I'm just saying he was, like.
Can you let Solar in?
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing tonight.
You ain't gonna play me like that.
He ain't what he doing. He's adjusting these cameras that we ain't even using.
You preparing for
can't
what?
even log in.
For Solar. Come on, what your pettiness is? What your pettiness
I got some
is?
random and petty for everybody. If you're a lady and you got boys or men in the house, you got to be careful what you sit around the toilet.
Oh my God, here we go.
Like if you got your magazines and your lotion, whatever you got around the
baskets.
There's a zone around a toilet that shouldn't have anything around it. And it needs to be like a foot radius or circumference.
So move your
because if you don't
rack out.
If you don't move it, or if you got something right there, it's gonna get splashed.
That's so.
It's gonna get splashed. I'm just saying that's real talk.
That's so nasty.
Now,
Why would you come
I know what you're
that?
thinking though, but I know what you're thinking. You thinking direct splash. I'm thinking indirect, like coming out the toilet.
Ew.
Now the little kids might get you directly, but grown men will get you when it's splashing out. So I'm just saying, be careful.
Don't men supposed to flush the toilet while they peeing?
Well, growing up, my daddy used to make us do that because he used to always say, "Don't nobody want to hear you pee."
Yes.
But everybody didn't grow up like that.
That's how my boys was raised.
Man, my daddy'd be like,
"Don't nobody want to hear you splash."
Yeah. What about y'all splash?
Well,
what about y'all splash?
Yeah, that's true.
It ain't a longer drop, but still, it's splash.
You ain't gonna hear
women, remember that 1 foot circumference.
1 foot. That's the safe zone.
I mean, is it diameter? It might be diameter.
That's
or
the
radius.
safe zone.
That's safe zone. If you put some magazines.
Hey, why you tipping in like everybody don't know you not here? Looking like a meal.
I mean, was you on New York time or West Coast time? What time you on? What time zone you in?
This is what happens.
Eastern Standard.
No, this is what happens when you're a nomad.
Do you have a Black History fact? Still. I'm not late. I'm Solar. Okay. Solar. Okay, that was one.
You still on random and petty?
No, it's because we bypassed.
We jumped over. I played your theme.
You're in the middle of
because I jumped over you.
Oh, she like leave her alone and finish your segment.
Yes,
that's what she's trying to say.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I don't know if y'all remember this, but you remember when back in the day when Ali said when he didn't want to go to the draft, he said, "Ain't no
Vietcong
ever call me nigga."
Yes,
I'm thinking about that.
Ain't no Vietcong.
And I guarantee you some Vietcongs called him nigga.
They probably did.
really think about it.
You was a champ, but you still
nigga. I was just thinking about that. Ali, you sure? You probably didn't know, but I guarantee you, they was like, oh, they got that. I guarantee you, they still called him. They say it. Yo, Ali, yo, nigga. I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just trying to make it sound.
Yeah, you are.
Cause when I imitate black folks, I'm a
how you imitate black folks?
Say dog.
You're so stupid.
But Ali, you might not have heard it, but I'm sure
somebody was calling you.
Somebody from Vietnam called you the N-word, brother.
Yeah, that's pretty random.
Yeah, that's random.
That's pretty
random.
And
here's something else I be thinking about. Like, you know when you text people and sometimes they don't call you back. They don't text you back. Mm-hmm. They might call. I'm like, I text you. Why you calling me? Why you calling me? I text you. Why you calling me back? Call you. Everybody playing ain't the same.
What is
some people ain't got something to say. Think about it. You gotta. Everybody ain't got unlimited data. So some people like on a text message plan like 20 a month. I don't know how that works, but I'm saying they just can't send unlimited text. They might be in the part where they over already.
So it's just they gotta
call.
Or they could be driving and they don't want to text and drive, so they just call.
This is true.
Not if they call in front of TV. Why you calling me?
They just want to talk.
Yeah, some people really just.
Do y'all remember back in the day when we used to?
What?
Well, it might just be me. Remember, I used to wait until like 7 o'clock.
9 or whenever it was 8 o'clock.
I paid an extra couple dollars a month so I could raise my time to 7.
Yes, I remember that.
And then make all my calls.
Yeah, you gotta wait.
2001.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Lotus, did you just say you don't know if we can relate?
I mean, maybe y'all didn't have to do that.
9% of black folks did.
Remember how old he is?
We would wait.
He's pretty old. So.
He is 1 year older than me.
No.
Yeah, why you talking?
His mama grew up with what's the name?
Oh yeah.
His mama grew up with Gooseneck Bill.
Yeah.
So you gonna come in late and insult me?
I'm just reminding Marvina that
still nigga.
You are still late.
I can't
wait.
You
have a Black History fact? I played your theme music.
He played your music
for the world.
What was it?
It was good.
You wasn't.
It made me want to go to church.
What? Recap it. You don't have to play it again. Just
nah. You can't. You either gotta hear it.
You gotta hear it. You can't just. Nah. This lady right here is. It
made me want to go to church for real.
Really?
And sit on them benches.
Did you do
you ready solo?
Like a Holy Ghost dance, just a little bit.
Nah, you can't Holy Ghost dance on this.
Oh.
I ain't gonna do that no way.
You gotta like pay your respects.
To guide me.
You gotta do your hair like this.
I figured she was gonna wear an old church lady dress tonight. Say, I figured she was gonna wear an old church lady dress, so I dedicated the song.
I feel like
now, get your facts together, Solo, so we can get into the topic. And I now know your code.
He was watching it.
Well,
that was funny.
I said, well. All right, y'all. I'm just playing. All right, so Carl B. Stokes was a lawyer and an anchorman and a U.S. diplomat and one of the first African-American mayors of a major U.S. city.
What's the city?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Cleveland.
Mm-hmm. So, but here's the interesting thing about him. He dropped out of high school at the age of 17, and then he worked for a aerospace company and an automotive company, and then he enlisted in the Army, and then after he came back, he went to Cleveland, and he went back to high school and earned his diploma.
And what year was that? Well, I mean, we supposed to just guess?
He was, okay, so all of this happened in the 1940s, but he was born in 1940s.
He was the first black...
He was the first black man to be a mayor of a major city.
Wow. Not just Cleveland, any major city.
Well, of a major city.
Yeah, a major city.
Was Cleveland.
Right, and it just happened to be Cleveland.
Yeah. And so so he dropped out of high school, he did these wonderful things, enlisted in the Army, and then he went back to high school and got his diploma.
So do you think he could have done it I'm sure they probably had qualifications like you can't be no dropout and be the mayor.
Of course.
At least give us something.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure they did. And
Especially not nobody black. You
and
can
he went
forget
to
that.
college. He went to the University of Minnesota. So he went to college and got his bachelor's of arts.
Oh, so he did.
Yeah,
He just
so-
went back and did it.
Yeah, he just went back and did it. But
That's cool.
But he went back to his city and he became the mayor there.
You know,
That
I
is
think to
cool.
become a mayor, I really think you just got to be popular. People just gotta like you.
You know what? When we go to Jackson to do the show in Mississippi with A-Mini on the campus, they have a black mayor, and I'm trying to work it out where we can get him to be a part of our show that'll be live.
Oh,
And
that
And
would
he's
be
young,
nice.
like he's like in his early 40s.
Oh, that's cool.
Jackson, Mississippi.
So we need
Can
to
you
have
imagine that? As
Yeah.
racist as Jackson is, but it's black folks that's really doing stuff there though.
Don't they have a young mayor? He's like 22, 24, something
What?
like that. And somewhere
I didn't
in
even
one
know
of
what
those
color
cities in Detroit.
socks to wear.
At 22, trying to run
think
How
it.
can you be a mayor that young? You
I
don't even
think
know
it
what
was-
life is about.
I think they kind of like I think the people like they can write you in or kind of like shoe you in or something. Like
I
you
bet
put
he
so
ain't
many
at
votes.
Cleveland. You need to Google that.
No, he's in Detroit.
Detroit
he's in
sure
one of-
ain't got no
one of
22-year-old
those
mayor.
cities
They
in
need
Detroit.
somebody with 90 years experience
For real,
fix
to
them
deal with
issues
that
up there.
stuff.
Well, hey, he's definitely a young man.
Anyway,
What
y'all
was you
ready?
finna say? Yeah, but
I
what
don't
was you
know.
finna say when I
About what?
said the mayor? You said we need to do something.
Oh, I don't want to say it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, because it was petty, very.
It was very
you
petty.
already know, huh?
Yeah.
'Cause I was gonna say we need to fake some documents to make our show look bigger than what it is.
You gonna say that?
Like, hey, here's our listeners.
All right,
Oh,
Our Nielsen ratings.
3.7 thousand listeners. Please disregard.
What is 3.7
3.7
thousand? Really so
7
low?
million, I'm sorry. Please disregard.
I got more Facebook friends than that.
That just covered
that was funny.
3.7
That was
thousand.
funny.
million.
What's that? 3,700. Okay.
That was funny.
Not even all my Facebook friends.
Stop it.
So we gonna address.
Come on, bring it in.
I'm not black. I'm OJ. This
That
has been
is so
going on.
heavy to me.
Well, you know what's really cool when JayZ was like, okay, if you
Whatever,
think that,
nigga.
whatever yes, that's basically what he was saying.
Okay, so are we about to jump in right now?
Yes, we started.
What you need a break for? Your butt just got here.
I know why she need a break.
I'm just saying, I was just asking.
Oh, okay.
What you-
But so when you made that comment, the first thing I thought was he was like, don't put me in no box. Like I'm OJ. Like this is who I am.
That's how you took it.
That's how I took it when you said it. Like I'm not black, I'm OJ. I just took it as don't put me in no box. Not that he's denouncing his race, but he just saying
That Negro straight lifestyle show that he denounced his
Well,
blackness
I get that, but that ain't what happened.
for OJ.
For OJ, he was just like, he might have been, that might have been his reason, but
Nah.
he was just like, he was really like,
Living a white life.
I ain't
how
trying
do
to.
you live a white life?
Easy.
How? Like what what is a
What
white
is a white life?
Yes. What is that? What does that look like?
It was his
It
life.
don't look like our life.
Yes, it was his life, and white people took to OJ, like,
He was a professional football player.
but there were a million other professional football
he
players,
was
but
married to
they
a white lady.
That's one of them right there.
That was years ago.
I know, but that's one of the issues.
And now she dead.
all I'm saying is he lived that life where, he didn't want to deal with any black causes. He was just like, leave me out of that, and he could have made a huge impact.
You mean like what during his younger years, during his prime?
Doing,
'Cause I
right
was
at
young when
USC,
he was-
Buffalo, he could have made a huge impact. Like, now I ain't saying he was, he should have been, or he had to, but he just chose not to even make a statement. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got some stars so big to where if it's injustices, you gotta say something.
So
can't just
let's set it up because you just kind of went in so loud. So the song "I'm Not Black, I'm OJ." Okay, I can't help but say that. I can't help but say that because JayZ made that sound so slick. But anyway, the meaning behind the song. You know the song? Okay. So the meaning.
Listen to it later.
The meaning behind the song is life gonna show you that you still
That
a
you
nigga.
black, yeah.
Well, the song that's for the sake of the conversation tonight.
Okay.
That's what it is. So the hook is. Let me see. Dang, I know it too. I really
still,
do.
It's what is it? House nigga, field nigga, rich
Light
nigga,
nigga,
poor
dark
nigga.
nigga, rich nigga, poor
Still
nigga, house nigga, field nigga. You still a nigga.
Still nigga, no matter what.
And that's
you
how
do.
they see you. Like, we can break that down. You know,
That's heavy. He said it in his song.
Yes,
that
that's the
song is speaking that whole CD is speaking mad truth. But that song right there, I'm stuck. I'm just stuck on it. So,
and I mean, if the highest person on the planet, which is the president of the leader of the free world, is still just and America showed him, you still just a nigga. I don't care if you president of the United States. Then nobody's,
exactly above that.
Yeah, we're not above it. Like,
You're not above it. Because when President Obama, the highest ranking person in the whole world,
Not the world, the U.S.
the president of the
Who
United
runs
States is considered the leader
highest
of the free world.
Exactly. The lead. You've
That's
heard
how
that a
powerful
million times.
America
I've
is.
heard that before, but when I think of world,
The free world, the leader of the free world,
okay,
which means now they ain't considering him
Because it's
when it
a
comes to
democratic-
dictators. Yeah, he's the leader of the free.
yeah,
The
highest-
leader of the free-
democracy, yeah.
America is the most important country when it
Supposed
comes
to be.
democracy and
Yeah.
We losing
But
that
now
status
we
now.
dead now. We
It's
lost all
over.
that.
And all this, we got to do a show on that soon because
buffoons.
all that's about to change.
We buffoons.
But anyway, they putting out picture cartoon characters with the big ears and calling
Monkey
his
eating banana,
right. They comparing his wife to Planet of the Apes, and this is the leader of the free world.
disrespect.
No, he's still a nigga.
And he didn't deserve it.
But here's the thing, though. Like, it's almost like when you say, regardless of X, Y, and Z, you're still a nigga. Like, it had like we know as black people, when people say that, it has such a negative connotation to it, right? Because it's almost like you're still at the bottom. They're still not going, you're still not going to be respected. You're still not going to be able to do this and rise, be up here with this and live here or whatever. Like, whatever that means to each individual. Like, when you hear that you're still a nigga, that is so freaking depressing.
That's America.
It's almost like it just breaks your will.
But that's America, though. I mean,
But the fact that we even got to say that, like, don't get it twisted, you still a nigga. Like,
well,
the fact that we even got to express
but
that.
we're saying it because they keep
You got to wake up.
they
though.
keep showing us that it is that's what the case. It don't matter. Like, it don't matter who you are. You still, no matter what your title is, you still, like OJ's case, for example. Like, as soon as perception was white people kicked him to the curb. Like, they didn't care what he was after they thought he killed his wife. Now he's running to the black church. Like, nigga, you ain't never been to no black. You ain't been to a black. When have you ever been to a black church? Now you run to a black church, and
now all of a sudden you one of us.
if I was a pastor, I'd have been
Please.
like, don't come to
I
my
remember
church.
that. I remember that. Like, cause
You ain't came before.
OJ was, I was a teenager during the time when all of that happened with OJ.
Right.
So, but I do remember conversations in our household, saying stuff like that. Like, now, what I'm saying, the white people done turned their back on you. Now you want to run to this side.
That's what he did.
Now
That's
you-
what that is,
That's
man.
exactly what
Yeah.
he did.
And to be honest with you, it's not us trying to check black folks. When we say that, it's like, don't get it twisted. Don't think that because you got a little bread now that they feeling you, or that and they will show you what they think about your black behind. Mess up if you want to.
Are you a little more educated? So
Mess up if you want to.
Yeah.
Did you see the video where they pulled over the first, I think, and only black state attorney general in Florida? Yeah, these cops just pulled over and they were like, "We scanned your tags and it didn't come back or something." And she was like, They were like, "Well, who are you?" And they were like, she said, "I'm," and that's the that's the top of the
That
food
is the
chain
top
when it comes
legal,
to the
right.
justice
Yeah.
system.
Right.
She was like,
The
I'm
attorney general.
I'm state attorney general, and they were like, "Oh, well, your tag scanned, and we never seen it." She said, "Well, she said, I don't understand. Why did you why did you scan my tag?
Exactly.
Or why did you?
Exactly.
So
Because all they saw was.
And she was in a nice car, and I mean, I don't know why they would do it, because I'm thinking.
You know she ain't breaking no laws.
She wasn't breaking no law. They just signal like, boop.
Yeah,
that don't look
female.
right. Pull over. And she's a sister.
Wow.
So she was like,
Or like
can I get your car? She said, you guys should have cars. Can I get your cars? The guy, I ain't in my car right now, but you
now they nervous.
So, I mean.
Because technically they
That's
work
profiling.
for her.
Yeah, and that's profiling.
And technically she's their boss.
Right. And you shouldn't, and the point is.
That's a damn shame.
It don't matter what your title is. If people can't see your title, like sporting events, people come to football games and basketball games, they clap and they cheer for all these brothers. But as soon as they leave the arena, the football stadium,
you go back
the
to your
same
corner.
brother. If he ain't got that jersey on, it's like, oh, that's the
exactly
because they don't know what you look like if you're not in uniform.
That happens a lot.
Like, because you look like every other black man or.
But even when you are, the thing is mess up if you want to, and we gonna show you.
Yes, no matter who you are.
Let's look at Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
As much as white people loved him, there
was always a group who was just waiting.
Yes.
And Mike, he wasn't trying to like be with no sisters, and after a certain age, he was like, I don't even like the way I look.
Yeah.
And
he tried to turn himself into
a white man.
No, a white woman.
And those kids he had, y'all know those were not Michael's kids.
No,
he ain't slept with no. And those kids were like
white children.
White children.
Yeah,
like they had no black.
That's who he chose to adopt.
So
yeah.
But it was supposed to be his kids, though. I mean, they were portrayed as his
children, his biological children.
Right.
But they white children. But that's the self-hate, though. That is the definition of self-hate. Like when you don't want to identify with who you are, you don't have any pride with who you are. You trying so hard to be accepted by somebody else that you deny. Tiger Woods. Now you the mugshot. Tiger Woods. That's the picture we see of you.
It's funny.
Michael Jackson grew up in an era where there was a lot of different things going on at the time.
Like what?
Just racism. I mean, of course, racism had always been there, but he grew up during a time where, even though black people was making strides musically and in other areas, it was more so like his image, so he was in the spotlight all the time. So I'm thinking that he must have paid attention to other white artists. Like, he grew up during the time with the Beatles, right? So what area was that? Was that in the 60s?
He was
50s?
Nah. Michael Jackson ain't but 10 years older than. Yeah, Michael Jackson's era was the 70s.
He was 70s. He
grew up in the 70s.
He was a child, yeah.
So it's right after all the civil rights stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! That kills my argument.
Yeah, do your research.
That kills my. I thought he grew up during the 60s because I just know I just remember him from.
Nah, they were popular in the 70s, and and no matter, and it's pointless. For me, it's pointless to even try to. To me, it's pointless.
I didn't see
to even try to blend in. Oh, you can't see it? Is that the problem? because society was, and I'm just saying this, like in OJ's case, Michael's case, you're just in the wrong country, bro. You're in the wrong country. You need to go to Canada or France or Great Britain. You'll be accepted. But America just wasn't built. You know what I'm saying? America was built on.
Yes.
You are gonna be.
Yes.
But it was always like that. I'm just really trying to wrap my head around why people would go to the extreme to actually change their features and their skin color and things like that. That's the part that I don't understand. It's almost like it's a psychological thing.
It is.
Like, it's not so much as...
It's self-hate. That is the definition of self-hate. I don't love myself because I don't like what I look like. I want to look like them. Maybe if I look like them, they will accept me. Period.
That's wild.
That's real.
And you'll never truly be accepted.
King Charles.
What King Charles say?
He told me to put on my glasses.
What you got, King?
So these are some of his comments. He said he agrees with you, Solar. Anytime a person uses the term nigga, it is degrading our people, period. Then he says they do want to run back home whenever they get into some drama. The story about the sister, that is profiling. And Mike wanted to be a white woman, period. Yeah. Then he told me to put on my glasses.
I'm just I don't know about the part about him wanting to be a woman.
He made himself look like Elizabeth Taylor, because that's who he idolized. Now, I'm just saying, I'm sipping my tea.
I'm sipping my tea. I can't even debate that.
Me either. Mm-hmm. Me either.
But it's you know, it's funny because Tiger Woods, it was because he this is what really threw me off. When he was younger, he saw the racism. He said when they interviewed him when he was a teen, and he would be like, they always ask me, what am I doing out here? You know, he would go and play golf.
Like he ain't supposed to be there.
They used to always, you know, just, he's going those golf courses and why are you here? What are you doing here? So he felt the racism. But then when he became this global Tiger, it was, well, I can't deny my, and if you want to appreciate whatever else you have in you,
that's fine.
Because he said he's white, Native American, Asian, that's cool. But when you're in America, you better embrace your blackness, or
that's all that
they
is.
are going to show. They're going to put your 20-minute video of you.
Right, that you black. That you said
it never fails, so you just can't get that comfortable in America. That's my point.
Especially if you are displaying more, you know what I'm saying, one race more than the other. Like I know in my family, like I got some cousins right now, they're growing up and their father is black and their mother is white. And they look like both. They look like an even mix of both of their parents. But you know they mix. So I often think, and it's a lot of them too. It's like 7 or 8 of them. It's a lot of them. But I think like, I wonder, they don't go to school, so they don't get that firsthand experience. You know,
what they're homeschooled.
Yeah, they're homeschooled. But they play. What is it like? They play on some kind of like a professional league, volleyball league. But the people that they play with are white, like they are Caucasian. But I often wonder, like, what type of experiences, because that's the only kind of interaction that they have with other children their age. What kind of experiences, or what are some things that they're experiencing? Because you can clearly tell that they are of a different race. Because I hear people who are mixed say all the time that they have these awkward experiences, like they don't know.
They get it from both sides.
Yeah, they don't really know which side, especially when you're an even mix. Like in Tiger Woods' case, you can clearly see that, yeah, you probably got some Asian or whatever
but
in
you a brother.
But you're black. Yeah, to the world, you are a black golfer.
And even Barack Obama, it's like, yeah, your mama probably white, but you black. You know, so
because you still that to them. That's just what that is.
But what about those people who both, like they clearly, like you can clearly tell that they're both. What?
Let them mess up.
That's all they got to do. They mess up and they
let them mess up.
If it's,
and they gonna highlight that black side.
Yeah, that's just the.
But then that's a problem.
Sad to say, that's just the American way.
That's a problem, because why does everything black gotta be negative? Gotta be bad? Why?
Good question.
We have to.
Been trying to answer that in America for years. Way before us and way after us, they'll be still asking that question.
Yeah, like Khalid Muhammad goes in on that when he talks about, like, and it's true though, you know, like when you go to a wedding, you dress in white.
Yeah.
When you go to a funeral, you dress in black.
The black cat.
The black cat is a bad.
So that's just really.
That's mind control for real. It's just the negativity associated with
white
the color black.
Clean, black is dirty.
Because if way back in the day, you saying somebody had retold that story.
Yes.
The opposite way. Why black is good.
Yes.
Then today we'll be like, mess up if you want to. We're gonna show you how white you are.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, that's what.
Exactly.
That's what it'll be.
Exactly.
And I ain't against, like, I mean, to me is, I don't really care what people do personally. You know, because I got enough issues of my own. But so if you're a brother and you want to be with a white woman of another race, more power to you. But you just got to understand what you about to deal with. You know what I mean?
What you think they're about to deal with?
You about to deal with the looks, the awkward moments. You about to deal with.
You ever dated a white woman?
No, I never dated.
He just seen this on TV.
No, I haven't. I ain't never dated a white woman.
You know, it's a show called The Hip Hop, Growing Up Hip Hop, or something like that. But they got Romeo in there, and Romeo got a white girl, and people were like on social media talking about his white girl, and he started crying on the show. Like, I just happened to see the show recently, and I think it's pretty old, but he was crying because he was like, "Why do people have to?"
People are just like that.
You could just.
I mean, and here's the problem. America has created. Okay, Americans were a certain way towards blacks. Mm-hmm. They are the ones who created the way we are towards them and each other.
Exactly. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You don't come out the womb
exactly
thinking that way, but it's like now we on the defensive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So
what about in the workplace? I know of several instances where like in a home healthcare industry, like the majority of the people that work in home health care, the majority, not everybody, is primarily black, right? Mm. And so the people, they're taking care of people of all different races. But when they have like a white client, the white client tends to treat them like a maid than a home health care aide. You know what I'm saying? Mm. By asking them to do crazy stuff like move the refrigerator, you know, and sleep behind the refrigerator, or
they ain't got nothing to do with health.
Pick up my dog poop, or you know what I'm saying, crap like that. Because to me, I'm thinking like, is she trying you because you're black and she's equating? You know what I mean?
But you gotta. It probably. A lot of that is based on the times that they grew up. That's what they know. Like, black folks are second-class citizens to most of the world. Just to be honest, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And that's why it's so important for us to, in my opinion, gravitate towards each other and to build our own communities up, because we're never forget trying to be accepted by everybody else. For what? Why does our goal have to be how we can get white folks to accept us? Why? Honestly,
it's pointless.
It's never. First of all, it's never going to happen.
And I gotta quit because I gotta hear this.
I think it's because we've been brainwashed. It's this whole idea of white is right and black is not. Black is wrong. I think because I think that we as humans are always trying to live up to a higher standard of something. And I think in this instance, that higher standard is European. And Europeans...
That's a problem, though.
But Europeans are influencing everybody, not just...
No. Black folks are the ones that influence everybody.
Well, but...
they just take it.
But that's what I'm saying. If the European...
I half agree with you on that.
Yeah, if the Europeans are doing it, like, you have people in Africa that are bleaching their skin using some kind of...
I think she's right, Lotus.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like...
So, we try to fit in. That's not something that they're doing, though.
But technically...
we're just trying to be them.
But technically, they're kind of... Okay, so how can I say this politically correct?
Don't be politically correct. Be black of the bear.
Just say it.
They are...
we had that conversation, too, before you got here.
They are influencing the world. Like, we know that we are the true influencers, but... I guess to everybody else, like, they are the ones...
How, though? Because I don't think so.
I got a question.
TV, media, they got the media sold up.
I got a question, though. When you say we are the influencers, you just said that right. Mm-hmm. What are we influencing? Are we just influencing dress, style, swag? But what are we?
I think it's everything. I think it's from
what are we influencing as far as science and math?
I think that there are some people out there that are doing big things in math and science. We just don't hear about them. Like the guy that I talked
I get
about.
It. Well, I mean, I'm ready to be influenced that way. Like, what are we when we talking about? We influence,
but they're not highlighted. That's what I'm saying. Europeans control the media, so they're not putting that out there like that. Mm-hmm. They're not.
So you're assuming that we out there doing it.
No, we gotta study it. We gotta look for it.
When I told you about the guy who was trying to
but you're giving me one guy out of 92 million people.
Okay, but
I need more than that.
I'm just saying. But my point is
you got to look for it.
Yes, you got to, because they're not putting those people out there in the spotlight. I believe we are making great strides in math and science.
But is that actually influence, or that may be? I don't know that would be categorized as influence though.
It's more
well,
like just
when you
changing.
say influence, I'm thinking when you say influence, I'm thinking, what are you influencing me to do something popular? Or you influencing me to put on some damn baggy pants?
No, but that's not all black folks is
No, what I'm just
influencing,
saying.
like,
But when we talk about we influencing the world, what are we influencing?
Well,
all of the music,
hairstyle, music.
Image.
They ain't talking about that. I'm talking
but
about.
that's still influence though. Regardless, it's
But
still
to me,
influence.
that ain't no important influence. That
How is
we
it
done
not?
But I'm saying we done call somebody to wear braids. I don't care about that.
I understand
When are we
what
going to
you're- I
influence
understand
somebody
what you're
to?
saying.
When are we going to influence somebody to
do something that's
build
more
I mean, we got a few examples,
that's
but
life changing.
yeah, I'm talking about some real stuff. I ain't talking about no.
But I'm trying to get the word influence out of that. Like I don't know if that's the right word with what you talking about. Like when are we going to create something?
No, I'm saying
when are we going to
is anybody,
develop something?
No, I'm saying you talking about influencing the world. Are racists looking at us like, okay, they're influencing the way we design buildings, and it probably was back in the day.
What about?
But we somewhere along the way we lost that.
But I'm telling you, we are doing stuff like that. Recently, we just had Juneteenth, right?
Right.
There's somebody that's
I ain't saying we ain't doing nothing.
in
Don't
the
get me wrong.
political arena that is rallying. You know what I'm saying? To have Juneteenth a national holiday. So we do have people out there that are doing something. We just don't hear about them on the regular. That's just what it is.
That's your best argument.
The young lady.
But that's your best argument. Juneteenth all over the country.
No, I'm trying to think of some of the things that I talked about to show you the influence. Like, remember the young lady you sent me a text on and you said do some research on her?
Yeah.
And she started her own business? That's influence.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's the point, though. It's a lot out there. Here's the thing. We know based on the media. The media shows what they want to show. It don't mean that we ain't doing it.
Yeah.
They're just not going to display it. They're not going to get it to the public. Because that's not what they want. They want the images of black folks to be the rap industry,
Right.
the reality TV.
Yes.
I agree.
However,
I
we
ain't
do
disagreeing.
still have some strong influence because people study black culture before they even create, before to
I get
know
that.
what the trend. But that's it. That's major
But-
influence. Like even the Asians have darn near straight adopted the whole hip hop culture. Like they cold with hip hop. You know, like the dancing, and they are like if you watch
I
them.
hear what you're saying.
But that's influence,
But the
though.
thing-
But
the thing-
that
no,
ain't
no,
what
no.
I'm talking
But the
about.
thing
That don't,
is-
who cares that
Well,
they get
but
mad?
look,
Who gives
But this,
The thing
Go ahead.
is, you already know that we're out there making great strides. It's just that because
they not gonna tell it.
But they're not telling it. But I'm
Exactly.
saying
I can assume that.
No, I'm saying you know.
I don't know that. I can assume
Yes,
that.
you do because
Research it.
because you be sending us stuff. You be all look. You know that you just can't think of anything right now.
No,
because
you miss it. No.
You're oversaturated.
No.
with hip hop.
No, you missing my point. I didn't say we're not doing nothing. I said, why aren't you talking about influence? And why is all our influence got to be
Because
music,
of-
rap music,
because of that right there.
braids, and why does
Because
that
of
have to
that
be
right
our
there.
influence?
What does
I'm
that say?
saying-
Because everybody else don't know what that right
I'm
there
saying,
is.
why
What
can't
does
we
it say there?
influence people politically? Why can't we influence them when it comes to? I mean, this is my take. I think we're getting away from being a race of builders. Like we're not. A lot of our people aren't building anything. You know what I'm saying?
And if they are, ain't nobody gonna tell it.
We used to be a race of builders.
And
like
on top of that, we have
now, it's not
technology.
even cool to be,
creative,
smart.
and smart. And
I'm doing this. It is in the rap game. But that ain't all of that ain't about. A lot of that ain't about nothing. I'm saying we need to get back to being a race of. We are building things like we used to back in the day. We inventing things. Well, it's time out for.
the only
My
thing we
son
known
look
for
good.
is,
He got Jordans on.
I agree with that.
I mean,
But I still
can your
think,
son? Let's get your son to thinking about inventing some things.
I agree with that.
That's my point.
but I do think that's happening.
I do too.
really do think that's
The
happening.
media just don't want us to know
I don't
that.
think it's not happening.
That's because.
But I
that's
guarantee
why-
you, it's going more towards how can I say this? I think it's going more towards
They want to keep us in a box of entertainment.
materialistic
And entertaining. Tap dancer for
flashy,
them. And
this is cool. You know, he can dunk. It's going more towards that than we got brains. You know, I'm thinking we got brains too. We need to start teaching our kids. Hey, I want you to invent something, create this. Give me a solution for that problem right there. And, you know, we got to we getting away from all of the other crap. We need to get our kids back to build me, make me this, build me that.
Well, let me say this. V pointed out, he said that influence means that it changes the way that we think, right?
Right.
And so when Lotus said, I'm sorry, I don't even know who that is, but anyway, when Lotus said,
It's cheese. Marvita cheese, yeah.
Yeah, when that is.
no, it's not.
That's
Yes, it
Velveeta.
is.
That's
Oh my
Velveeta.
God. My God.
Mark,
Are you sure?
that's
Can we keep
Velveeta.
it moving? Keep it moving.
But when
Let me
Lotus,
show you something.
When Lotus said
Let me show you something. Keep it moving.
that's all the media is putting out there. That's what they're doing. They're controlling the way that we think. They don't want us to think outside the box. They're telling us what they want us to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's it. That's all I gotta say.
And
Drop the
say,
mic.
and Lotus, I can't wait till we do an entrepreneurial teen scene summit. Like we got to start challenging these kids to, hey,
Right.
we want you to
who does
start a
that?
business. I want, you know what I'm saying? And my goal is to cause at least 5-10 teens. Like
We're going to jumpstart it.
create a business in 2 months.
We're going to jumpstart that.
You know what I mean?
They're going to have their vendor tables and sell
Yeah.
their product right there, and we're going to get people to help promote that. And I agree with that because, I believe in that, you know, challenging our children to be more than and greater
more than
and better
consumers.
than.
It's just more than we're just consumers. We're just teaching our kids to spend.
I do agree.
Spend.
I do agree, but wait a minute now. Is this still nigga conversation?
Yeah, it is.
Bring it back.
I mean, we all we did was tie it in. The way we brought it, the way it got there was like we were just saying.
We're talking about the influence of Europeans and how people want to be like them because that's their
We
idea.
okay.
I'm thinking, you know, what?
But you still that.
Yes, and my
But
whole
even
point
after
was,
even after you bleach your skin,
You
what are
still
you?
a nigga. You don't like to say that, do you?
I really don't like
I
that
know.
word, but yeah.
but it's a, you know, we just saying
It's just the
what
reality
it is.
for the show
I
It
today.
ain't like we go around talking like that, but that's
Yeah.
Oh no,
That's the topic.
I know y'all. I know
like
y'all.
Raven Simone, you know, when she went on Oprah.
Oh, look,
That
please,
joker said,
let's talk
Oprah
about
tried
her.
to give her way out. She said, now, you know, are you saying you ain't African American? You American just means you live in America.
Right.
You're a citizen of America. Now you can't, you saying you don't have no identity. She said, oh, I'm tired of labels. I'm tired of labels. What do you mean you tired of labels and you labeling yourself an American?
Exactly.
That's a label.
You just want to take all. You don't want to identify with the blackness.
Yes, that is the label.
And that is a problem.
And Stacey Dash, who was
Yes.
Oh,
black folks
gosh.
just need. We don't need no BET. We don't need no. But yet, you on BET. You was on the NAACP Image Award. You would. BET said, "Well, can you give us our check back?"
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Since you don't want to identify with us.
Before
Right.
you got famous, you were on the cover of Jet. All of that. So
And who put you on,
Who
black
put you
folks?
on? Exactly.
And Lil Wayne, fool self.
And
Remember when
after-
he did the Black Lives Matter? He was like, I don't know nothing about that. They ain't got nothing to do with
That's
me.
just
He
what
was high that
ignorant.
day.
Yeah.
He was just high that day.
No, that's how he
Dash
really.
was like she was Fox's like, you know, Fox is gonna keep some coons.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Oh, she was the Queen Coon.
And like
Queen
What, a
Coon.
few weeks-
Stacey
few weeks
Dash was
after
the
Trump?
Queen Coon.
I agree.
3 weeks after Trump was elected, they like,
Oh, we don't need,
we don't need you no more.
We just needed a token.
He's in.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye.
Because you
Bye,
still a nigga.
Right. And she probably can't get work anywhere now.
Right.
Black folks ain't
And
gonna-
she did that to herself because we are very good at supporting. Well, we need to do better, but we do, though, get behind black actors and actresses because we don't see it a whole lot. So for those individuals that we support, we put on to come back and want to deny who they are,
How dare you?
how dare you? But check this out. One of my friends from back home, Tate. What's up, Tate? Steve Tate, who tunes into the show all the time. We thank you for that too. And I was talking to him earlier today about the show and the subject and stuff. And he was like, even in Hollywood, King Kong crashed after he messed with the little blonde.
Oh yes, yes. They was trying to.
Wait, Lotus, come on now.
That's just what that. I didn't write it.
No, but I'm saying.
Are we relating him to us?
Yeah,
is that what you're saying?
We can't go.
No, but what I'm saying is that was his demise, though. So why these black folks is running? Yes, but you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God!
I mean, I don't know what.
Oh my God!
But you know, everybody equate that to everybody.
That's just what that is.
Yeah. As old as you are, that's your first time hearing it?
No, I mean...
You just ain't finna subscribe to that.
I mean, you can say the color of the animal is black. I'll take that. But I ain't accepting the ape.
This is what I'm saying.
The ape.
I'm saying
if it was a chimpanzee, if it was an orange or orangutan, well, are we gonna accept that? No.
That'd be
so I'm
native.
accepting the color.
That would have been a native.
Right.
I'm accepting the color.
But my point is, like, he and I were talking, and he was like, so them sisters is gonna be there. They gonna hold you down when you going through something. They gonna be there. Let your black behind go to jail. They gonna come see you in your orange jumpsuit. That white chick is not gonna be bothered with all of that.
They even gonna get in and give you
I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
Man, please.
Well, let me put it like this. Let me clarify that. It depends on
it's true
which ones you are dealing with. Are you the athlete who just started dating outside your race because you had a future, because you're making money now? If you that one, I get it. Mm-hmm. But you could be the one that had some trailer trash back in the day who just love you.
And that trailer trash coming to put money on them books every week, huh?
She might be coming. I'm just saying. I've seen that. So I think it's just where you decided to get outside your race. Did you do it after you had something, which really doesn't matter to me. People always say you can't help who you love. I totally don't agree with that. I think you can help who you love. Right?
Yes, right.
Solar? No?
Are y'all gonna make me say
no? Yes? I'm asking. We just asking.
I feel bullied right now.
No, just.
I feel like yes, right.
Look,
yeah.
What you gonna
She don't really.
Yes.
She don't really agree with that.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Take them locks out your head.
Really? You gonna do me like that?
I mean, and I think that's why,
but for real, I think you're right though, because you should never put yourself in a position. You know what I'm saying? To happen to fall in love with somebody that you know is going to be your King Kong demise.
And I mean, it don't. Nothing sounds right. I mean, what we saying sounds. So it may sound racist,
bad, yeah.
But it may sound racist. But you got to think the situation that black people, especially black men, are put in. And I'm saying strictly in America. I'm like, you can go to Canada and some other countries, you can get away with it. Just whoever you fall in love with, you good. And it's kind of like that on the East Coast a lot, but still, I'm saying if you a brother, you about to run into some stuff if you decide to just fall in love with this woman outside your race, cause most races don't like black folks, and I'm talking about Hispanics, Asians.
They don't
like us.
They don't want.
I mean, it can be cause they don't like.
They don't like the negative connotation attached to black folks, so they don't like the race as a whole.
I'm just saying, you got your work cut out for you.
Man, it's hard being black in America.
I mean,
it's work.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's work.
That's why I won't put myself in that situation. I'm like, I know I need to do this.
I would not be able to handle that.
So, has anybody on this show ever dated outside their race?
I have. You?
I have.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
See, that don't bother me.
They weren't white.
I didn't say they were. I just said it didn't bother me.
It was like a month or two. It's a Hispanic.
So you have and you have.
I said no, I have not.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said no. I thought you said yeah, but I have.
No.
It was Hispanic for like 2 months.
And what happened?
I think he went to jail or something.
Oh, so you still had your little dog.
could you turn your head and stick a light?
Yeah.
Oh.
He was really nice and sweet. His parents were awesome. They're really nice, but I think he ended up going. He
The
had, like,
exceptions.
just got out of jail.
You know what the difference is? We have to emphasize, like, a lot of the other races, and not everybody, but a lot of the other races, that it's just understood that you're gonna spend.
That's what that is.
And with your own kind, you're gonna marry your own kind, and when you don't, it's a problem.
You out of here.
We are the most accepting race of people on the planet because
we seek to be accepted.
Yeah, so
and that's
we're gonna
what that
make you
is.
comfortable.
I don't know about
that. That is exactly what that is.
I don't know, because I even though I'm accepting of people, well, just kind of depends. But for the most part, you know, like in our family, we welcome people, but I don't think we trying to be accepted. I just think
I'm talking about the average black person seeks to be. This is how you know. Be in a room with a black person and it's all black people, and then y'all on break. It's just the two of y'all, and they go back to work, and then a crew of white folks come in. Hear how the tones change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. Because I hate when people whisper and they say white.
Well, we will not stay true to ourselves when we are around other people.
Like when they talking about white folks. There could be now no white people in the room, but a black person will say, you know, white people. I don't even know what to say.
You're scared to say the word.
I say white. You know, they whisper, and I'm like, why are you whispering? You mean white people? Like, what's wrong with saying white people? They say black people. Like, you know.
Well, I'm talking about like just on the whole, like people. I grew up in a white neighborhood, so. Even all the black kids, they didn't want to really identify with being black. They didn't want to. They were almost embarrassed of it. You know what I'm saying? And you could just tell by the way they acted. We're so conditioned to change when we are around. But when it's just the black kids around, and we could all be cool and all that kind of stuff. Then when it's the white kids, then we get proper and our words change and we talk differently. Why? Why can't you be who you are regardless of who? Or check this out. We'll put it even between our own people. When black people speak correct English, they want to say we're trying to talk white. All of that is really the same mind control. It really is.
I think, but I do think there's a distinct difference between speaking proper English and speaking white.
There is.
But that's an argument within itself.
And proper English is nothing wrong with that, but you don't have to change. The tone goes up right. No.
But what I'm saying is there's an argument. That's an argument within itself by saying proper English, because who says that that's proper English?
Well,
I'm just talking about according to.
It's not really proper English because you got to go to Great Britain or England or something to get proper English.
But still,
even white Americans speaking could go to England and the Englanders will look at them like, what are you saying?
England,
you know what I mean?
Is there such thing as Englanders?
I don't know. I think it sounds good to me. Like, what are you saying? Like, what was that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I think you just gotta be who you are, and you just gotta realize that. And I specifically always say, when you are in America, it's just a whole different ball. I think America's different than, and people say America's the greatest.
Ugh.
I think it's actually, when it comes to human rights and equal, I think it's actually one of the worst places you can be if you're black, you know, minorities in general, but especially us, because even a lot of minorities don't like us.
Even Africans,
because we, you know, it's just
like us.
Yes.
That's why I think we had a conversation.
I think that's changing a little bit.
No.
I think, I mean, really, I think that line is slowly being erased.
I don't know.
I really think
I hope so.
Because I remember, you know, 20, 30 years ago, it was like Africans and us just didn't mix. Now it's like, I don't think
you see it more.
I don't know.
I see it a lot more.
I don't, because me and you had a conversation before, and I was like, man, I'm tired of trying to, you know what I'm saying, relate to people from Africa, and because, you know, I look at us as all the same, but clearly they look at us as two different races of people. Even though I'm black, you look at us like we're different. Like,
do you think they look down on?
Yeah. And I don't know why.
But
I have a philosophy.
And I think we look down on them.
I don't know about
and I ain't
that.
saying me. Yeah.
I do think.
Yeah, because we thinking you African, you from over there, and you spiritual.
See, I don't feel like that.
I don't either, but I'm saying
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm too busy trying to embrace. I didn't know that, but I think that they look down on us because, and I can kind of see
we're getting
it.
Europeanized.
Well, not just that, but because we have opportunities that they really didn't have, and they're trying to come over here to get the opportunity. I could be wrong. It's just my philosophy that they're trying to get over here to be able to take part in some of the opportunities, and they feel like we don't take advantage of what we have here. Now, it is hard for us here, but then you do see a lot of black folks acting like fools. You do. You just do. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, just not being productive and you know, killing our own people. And they like, man, y'all got all these opportunities. Because I've had some conversations. And they're like, you got all these opportunities over here and y'all still can't make it? Like, and everybody else can come over here and make it. Why can't y'all make it? So I think for them, for Africans, we should have some Africans on the show and just have a dialogue. It would be a little challenging to find. I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Maybe we can find some that will really be interested in having that conversation about black or African versus African Americans.
But he probably got to work.
But yeah, so I really think that.
Oh, you saying we don't have to work?
No.
He
probably got to work.
Because he African, he work. We don't work.
We don't work.
There you go with that nigga shit. That's what you do.
Just saying, you just assume he probably got to work, but the rest of we don't.
What I'm saying is that he works overnight.
This ain't an overnight show.
During the day.
How you gonna really buy into this? You ain't got this figured out shit. Come on, Linda. We don't work. Lazy Negroes.
Yeah, we get unemployment check.
That's all we be waiting. But yeah, so I just think that that's why a lot of Africans have issues with black folks or Africans or black people, Africans in America. Because they feel like y'all didn't take advantage of this. And you let everybody come over here. The Indians, the Asians, and Africans, they come over here and they get in it.
But I think that's a misconception because...
But a lot of people think of us like that.
But a lot of us don't have the opportunities that foreigners do.
But the crazy part is that there are a lot of Africans that are over here that ain't doing nothing either. Almost
right. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything.
I think a lot of it's myths on both sides.
It is. You just want to see what you want to see, or you.
I know a whole bunch of lazy Africans. Like, you sure you from Africa? Because they said that when you come here, you're gonna be like working 3 times as hard as us.
You ain't doing nothing
all day.
Right? Because they not gonna take that job. 25, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know though. I don't know. I'm just saying that I think that is the but I can see it though to a degree, because as much as I love my black people, I can see why some people look at us the way that we do, because we are also our own demise. And y'all don't never hear me say that, period. Right. But for the sake of this conversation, it is honesty. Like, we can be lazy and we can be, you know, won't work and won't accept certain jobs because we think it's beneath us.
There's some white people out there like that too.
I know that, but I ain't talking about them. I'm talking about there are some white people that are like that, but at the same time they have different resources. We still need to do what we need to do.
That's my point. I've always said, like, you can say, well, black people are not doing that and white people aren't either, but you got to realize it's a different playing field. So we ain't got the same. We can't allow ourselves to be lazy, and you know, because we ain't gonna. We
can't afford that luxury.
We'll end up in jail for 20 years longer than someone of a different race. So we can't afford to just say, well, okay, they ain't doing that, we ain't doing it either. No, we just don't have it.
We can't afford that luxury. Okay, V, you keep writing us notes. What you got to say over there?
What's that say? What does that note say?
Tell your mic go.
I think it goes back to what Solar was saying a little bit earlier. That is the influence that white America has had, because the general thought in other countries are that black Americans, African Americans, we are lazy. That's what they portrayed us to be in the world. And so even people.
But when do you think that happened? When you think that happened? Because it didn't happen back in 17, 18 when we were picking cotton. So when did it happen?
This is media, because you have to understand they have access to all the shows on Netflix, China, open market. How we're portrayed in the media, we're portrayed as gangsters, thugs, lazy individuals. This is how they've portrayed us in movies all across the world. And so now even Africans have this thought that we're absolutely lazy individuals, and when they get over there are preconceived notions, because these are the images that you've been exposed to. You haven't been exposed to any real African Americans. So you're talking what they thought, not what they've experienced. And what they thought is what they've been putting out there about us. There was a commercial not too long ago about where the Chinese people put a black man inside the washing machine and he came out Chinese.
Yes.
That whole commercial, these are not
they had to wash the dirt off of him. Did y'all see that?
People who knew
I did.
About black people. These are people who take what they've heard. And there are a lot of presidents, people like Carter, there are a lot of people like Nixon, people who went out and they told them, hey, we have these programs because we have to support, because we have to take care of the black folk.
Yeah. And
they put all of that on us. They make us think that we are the people who are benefiting the most from welfare and things of that nature, socioeconomic programs, when that's really not the case.
That's just the images that have been displayed.
The bigger percentage, but not the bigger number.
I'm gonna tell you when that became the ideology of black, that image of black folks. It was September 7th, 1927.
It was one day that you can pinpoint that?
Yeah, that's
what happened on that day?
What happened on that day?
That was the day that
all the niggas just sat down.
Television.
What happened?
Today is the day we become lazy Negroes.
All niggas sat down was January 1st,
She said,
1863. That was the day when all the niggas sat down. Okay.
Oh my God.
And we're using niggas loosely tonight.
We'll be back next week with the corrects. Yeah.
Right, but yeah, that was the day when they sat down. But the day when black people started getting a bad image, a bad rep, was September 7, 1927.
That's when they created the television.
Yeah.
Actually, it was even in silent film, silent television.
Oh, darn.
Because
in plays?
If you think back to Birth of a Nation, when that first came out, you're talking about like 1913, 1915.
That was the first one, was it?
Right.
Played in the White House.
And that's where we got the whole sexualized, the black man as a sexual predator.
Beasts.
We were beasts, we were animals. I mean, all of that stuff. And these were movies that we were sending out to the world to be screened. And people get this.
And these are the images that they have of us.
And rumor spreads. You know how it goes once people have these ideas. And then you get it over here. Even our African brothers, when they come over here, this is what they've been exposed to as well. We're nasty. We're savages. We're lazy.
It's been ingrained in us that they are too. So it's like, you know, both sides.
And that's why we got to work to fix that, though. Right. Like, honestly, and we can. Yeah. And to me, what we did this weekend was really a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, embracing who you are, because that is who we are. And that is where we come from. And even if you don't know that, we know that. Some of us know that.
I just hope nobody took that lightly this past weekend. Like, oh, you're just going to throw in on an African shirt and now you know, we actually live it. So.
Right. And I think that we can really just, you know, like post some messages and put some things out there as to why that is so important, and for us to love who we are. And in order to love who we are, we have to. Well, we also have to go back to our roots, where we come from, because everything that we've been taught has been so negative about who we are, and our story begins with slavery. Who wants to identify with that?
No one.
Exactly. So it's so much bigger than that. But those are the images. So that's what we display, and it's a lot of black people that subscribe to the myth. They subscribe to the garbage. They continue to put out that negative image. They live that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you have a problem with a whole lot of rap artists, and I get it. I really do understand it, because you are confirming the negative image that all these folks, we got people on the front line fighting against it, and you like, nah, this is who we are. This is who we are. Yeah. Like, I was watching a documentary today of BMF, Black.
Did you see
Mafia.
Dr. Umar?
Let's talk about that. About BMF?
No, about the.
Oh, the rappers. Yeah, but he made me mad with that though. You wanna know why?
Because he went too hard.
No, because this is why. Because the message that he said, this is what he was saying. All you niggas want to say the same thing. Y'all don't talk about nothing but women, sex, money, dope. Women, that's not true. If you're gonna, yes, identify individuals who are keeping our
but
people
everybody's
down.
not doing that.
And we cannot. And that's the problem, is that we're not supporting. You don't hear the name Kendrick Lamar. We don't hear that on the radio as much as we gonna hear anybody putting out some negativity. We're not gonna hear J. Cole like we hear people putting out,
He's
you know,
talking about
sex and drug.
mainstream.
Exactly. Well,
He's talking about mainstream.
no, but he should have said that. But when you say all you niggas, every rapper, this is his words, very specific.
But you know, Lotus, he
It
didn't
don't-
mean
I
everything.
do, because he ain't heard him. But what I'm saying is, that's our fault. If we don't support the
You gotta-
positive, he had the opportunity to identify what the problem is. You have the same opportunity to support some of the brothers and push people to listen to some of the ones that are saying something positive.
agree, 'cause we need
instead
to
of
change the
constantly
language.
attacking
Yeah,
our people.
being negative.
Address the issue, but at the same time you address the issue, you got to identify the ones who are trying to make a difference.
We got to change our language.
We got to change our mindsets. So,
Well, yeah, and then changing your minds, or vice versa, they kind of work hand in hand. Because when you change your language, you think differently, you know? So, yeah, you're right. And I remember you telling me that before, like, I almost said my name. He was like, Solar, you got to stop saying that. Like,
Yeah.
you really got to change
you got to
your-
change your mind and the way you think and the way you speak. I'm telling we need to do a show on that too, because I sincerely believe if we get enough people putting out positivity, and we we have to learn to love ourselves, and we can't if the only thing we do is talk about what's wrong with our people. You identify the problem, but at the end of that, like how we need to do the teen scene, identify the issues that they're dealing with. But when we done, I don't want to keep having a whole bunch of conversations about problem after problem after problem, and we don't have no conversations about solutions.
Yeah.
Then that's our shortcoming. That's us not. That's us, to me, playing a part of the problem, because all we doing is continually regurgitating the negativity about our people, just like the rappers. I get it. I understand. I do, but we need to support the people like Mos Def and Tribe Called Quest and buy their music.
So back in the day when people saw something that wasn't right and exact, then they created a solution. You know, they did something about it.
Exactly.
And so, yeah, you're right. We just need to stop complaining about it and actually come up with a solution.
Exactly.
And put it in motion.
What was your interpretation of that, though?
I got it. I understood where he was going with it. I didn't even try to, you know what I'm saying?
You didn't go past that.
Nah, like the post I made, like the lady dug past that, and like okay,
Yeah, that was too much for me.
I'm that's not what I'm.
That ain't what
you,
the
you
subject
get, You get
is.
what my question is, like my concern. So I understood. I didn't try to dissect what he said and say, well, he didn't do this. And I just said, I know what he's saying.
And I guess because then that's just
That was just what he was saying. He wasn't trying to, you know, he was just
well,
saying.
I think just me, because I've.
But you know what? I'm going to say this, and I ain't just saying you. That's our biggest, ain't our biggest, but that is a problem that
One of
we
them.
have.
What?
Even if somebody's saying something that's true,
We don't want to accept
we're
it.
going to dig and say, well, yeah, he said that was true, but he didn't say this and he didn't say
We gonna
that.
critique
When
it, yeah.
we just need to take the message for what it was. Like, one thing I've learned is you can critique anything that anybody says, and you can flip it, especially on social media. Like, I can take any side of any conversation
And make it
that's-
right.
Yeah,
Either
and
way.
hey, let me justify it. You didn't say this, and he didn't say
But that's
that.
on both ends, though. Like, even though he was coming kind of negative, like, and Lotus perceived it.
I took it for
How
what it
she
was.
perceived
What
it.
I took it for what I thought his
I
message
understand
was.
that.
Like, I know where he going.
I think the
with it.
reason
ain't gonna
that I
try to dig in it and
responded,
say
but the
nothing
reason
else.
I responded is because I've studied him so much, and this is all he does is attack. You niggas don't do this, and y'all won't support this school, and y'all won't give money, and I'm trying to build a school, and I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many.
But
It's too many of us that really are trying.
But don't even look at it like that, Lois.
Because then I'm taking it personal.
Yeah, just look at it for what he's saying.
But I don't agree. I don't.
Okay, but
Because he put
ain't-
everybody in a box. And you can't put
but see,
everybody in a box
I don't
like
even
that.
take it like he's doing
But
that,
the
because I
world-
know you can't say all of anything. So when people speak, you got to realize they're not saying.
Because they can't possibly be speaking up
they'll
for
say
everybody.
black
Well,
folks or white folks, they ain't talking
yeah.
about all blacks or all whites. So just try to get to the message. That's all.
But when people say have this this stereotype of black people being lazy and black people eating watermelon or whatever, like not all black people eat watermelon, but people still dump all black people in the same bucket. So the point is that you
gotta be a fool to think that somebody's saying.
Yeah, but you have a lot. If you have a lot of followers, a lot of people who
that's my point.
Then you do.
He's too influential to be that negative. Every time he opens his mouth, he is attacking, and I know because I have researched, and this man talking about y'all niggas won't help support my school, and you know what I'm saying, like, and I'm trying to build a school for the black kids, and these black folks done gave you $750,000 and still ain't seen a school for years.
But when I hear that, I don't even knock him at all because
he must be your brother.
Because I'm looking at it like this. Think about what he's saying. When he say something like that, he probably like, I'm trying to do something that our boys, our race needs. Y'all Negroes will probably go spend $20 million this weekend on a freaking movie instead of saying.
I understand that.
So I don't take. But
that's what I'm saying. People who claim to be leaders, we fight the images of everybody. Everybody thinks like that about us. Mm-hmm. People who claim to be leaders. He called this Negro, calls himself, and I don't know who gave him the name, the Prince of Pan-African. Okay, all right. And
why does that bother you?
What? How are you the prince? Cause what?
Well, why does that bother you?
Because I've studied and I've watched him.
Say you the queen, you know.
No, I don't.
But I'm saying.
No, I don't either. But what I do, no, I don't. But what I do is address all my sisters like that.
You said do on air.
That's.
I had to lighten the mood.
No, I'm saying. For me, when I hear all these brothers talking, I just take the
what
good.
You think applies.
Yeah, I just take whatever it is from all of them. Like, okay, he ain't addressing that, but he's still cool.
Just spend one night. I'm serious.
She doesn't like him.
Spend one night, but there's reason. Watching his YouTubes, and you'll see what I'm saying.
I do all the time, and I understand, but I don't let that saturate me. If something like, okay, I don't agree with that, but okay, I get where you coming from, bro. You are trying to.
I'm kind of like there though. I do.
I listen to him and I'm like, okay, I like that. And if he say something I don't like, I just like, okay.
But I understand what you're saying. He's very influential and he's always negative.
I just don't like negativity like that all the time. I think you got to build. Black folks is too broken to constantly hear about how broken they are.
And
especially from individuals who claim to be their leaders.
But I thought he usually says what we need to do. I think every time I hear him, he say we need to be like he was on Roland Martin and he was debating with the panel about why he thinks black men shouldn't date outside their race. And I understand that ain't possible because people gonna date who they want to date. But his reasons were. Like I understand, bro. Why you saying it? Because what you saying makes sense.
Look,
but I get that.
Umar is like a parent who has a child, and all the child hears every day is "you stupid, you're never gonna be nothing, you stupid." That's what he's like, and that child grows up and actually believe that they are stupid and that they're never gonna be nothing, and they may not even be nothing because they believe it. Yeah, but that's how he talks. That's how he talks to his, you know what I'm saying, to the audience, to his listeners.
And that's a problem that I have because, and then too, you know, that's that nurturing cancer in me that I really can't control, that likes to build people and encourage people and uplift people. And you do have to have some soldiers that's just going to dress, and I understand that, I really do. But I think
everybody can't be pointing at the white man. So when he's saying what we got to do, we got to take this.
I agree with that, but I ain't even talking about the white man though. With that, I'm just talking about I really feel like you're going to be more influential, more productive. You're going to get more done if you're not always screaming at people and telling them how horrible they are. Because who wants to listen to that?
Every time
you open your mouth.
It don't bother me when I hear him. It don't bother me at all. I swear it don't.
You've been in school and all you hear about your story is you started from slavery. Like, that's depressing. Like, you don't want to hear.
They check out.
Depressing thought. After
They check out.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap it up. That's
All right,
what
well, let's
Mr.
wrap it
Producer
up.
said.
Yeah.
Solar, what you got?
Dang, why am I always going first?
Man, you ain't been here but 30 minutes. You need to do the whole close.
Final thoughts. Nah, I can't do the whole close. Final thoughts. Our topic today was talking about people who want to be European. And
Or just don't want to accept
or don't want to accept who they are. But I really think that self-hate, pretty much, right? So I think that I'm always, thinking about the children, and I think that we really need to put positive images in front of our children. We need to take them around culturally centered, activities that are going on in the community, and just really reinforce just those positive images of themselves, because we don't want them. I mean, they already got to, intake it in some way at school if they go to public school, and or if they're older and they got a job and they're so they already have those experiences outside of home. So at least while they're at home, they're getting these positive reinforcements, controlling what they watch on TV, taking them to culturally centered activities where they actually build black people up. So that's what I think we need to do to kind of get out of this mindset and watch ourselves as parents, how we talk and the things that we listen to around our children and how we act.
Okay. I have no idea what she's talking about, but anyway,
I got you, and I agree.
Not understand what show she on.
Whatever.
Talking about parents and all. What you talking about?
Whatever.
Ooh, you the bad kid. All the time.
No idea what she's
Always
talking
the
about.
bad
Right?
kid.
Maybe it's not for you because you don't have any.
I ain't
children.
smart enough. Whatever. Nah, my point is, you still late. My point is,
You know what?
my point is,
At least I showed up.
my point, you did.
Thank
My
God,
point
y'all
is,
You
gonna do
didn't
this
show
little
up.
battle.
You haven't even showed up. You didn't show up last week.
my point is, no matter what, how much, in America, and I keep saying in America, you better embrace, your blackness. Like, you can't just say, I'm a part of the human race. Okay, we all know that.
You still black.
We all a part of the human race.
There's
You ain't
only
even got to
one
say
human.
that. And when people say that, I'm human. Okay, yeah, but we're in America. So either you're going to realize that you are, or America's going to show you that you are. And I don't care who you are. Once they did it to the president of the United States, ain't nobody else off limits.
Above. That's
so date who you want, but just understand what comes with it. You want to date outside your race, that's cool. I don't have no problem with that. But just understand what
I
comes
do.
with that in America. Like, I really don't. It don't bother me.
It is.
For me, I wouldn't do it because
Better not.
It's
You will
almost
not
like
be
you
her
have a
friend.
duty to, like, that's how serious it is to our culture. Like,
Yes.
And your friendships.
just
apparently.
period. But anyway, if you don't, you still got to understand, it don't matter how popular you think you are right now. If you are black, or if America thinks you black, it's somebody out there waiting for you to just make one
Mess
mistake,
up if
and
you
then
want
the
to.
rest of them, they just gonna cut you off.
They're going to remind you
So that's my
who
take.
you really are.
All right, little nut.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
A childhood nickname?
So,
Inside joke.
my final thoughts are, I want to do the little hook to the song so bad. Help me with it. Light nigga, dark nigga, rich nigga, poor nigga, house nigga, failed nigga, still a nigga. And that's just how they feel about you. So you have to know for yourself that your race, who you are as a black person, is worth something. And it's about us. And when we adapt that, in my opinion, when we adapt that mindset that we are about us and stop always trying to seek approval from everybody else, then we can look to each other for that validation that we trying to get from outside, because that's really what they doing, is trying to get validation by denying their blackness. I'm not African American, I'm just American. I'm not black, I'm OJ. Nah, you still a nigga. And that's how the world, like G said, is going to react to you, is going to respond to you. As much as the world loved OJ, as much as the world loved Michael Jackson, as much as the world loved Tiger Woods, and we could keep it going. But at the end of the day, as soon as they have the opportunity to let them know, that's just what that is. And that's all.
OJ did it, by the way.
I think OJ did it.
Did what?
Kill them people.
No.
What you think, Solar?
I don't know. I ain't putting him out there like that.
I do.
He did it.
He did it. He was as guilty as. But we was like,
if you did what you ride in a Bronco, you ride around in a Bronco.
He was trying to get away from them.
Oh, you talking about his wife?
Yeah.
What else could we be talking about?
Well, the American justice system found him because he just got in trouble for doing something stupid. But the American justice system found him to be
we ain't talking about. Now we sure can't go with the American justice system
but
thing.
They found him not guilty.
We ain't talking about that. We talking about, do you think he did it?
Cold attorney. That's what that was.
Yeah, he had to rely on his brother to get him out.
You must acquit. And that's our show for tonight. Peace. All right, peace, y'all. We holler at you. Make sure y'all check out the teen scene tomorrow.
Yeah, come out, bring
at
your
Brick
kids.
House Lounge, and make sure you come back on Thursday for a man's point of view.
Got King Charles on the show.
King Charles hanging out with us on Thursday. But for real, honestly, if you don't do anything else, bring those children tomorrow to be a part of this conversation as we dig and really talk about.
I think it's going to grow.
It is about
once
suicide
that young man came
depression.
up to me after the show and said, "Can I be on the panel?" I'm like, "We doing something."
Exactly, because that means that they're taking to it.
The whole show,
but wanted to be a part of it.
I think I want to be a part of this now.
And he's gonna bring their friends out. So don't forget our contest. Whoever brings them, what teen brings the most friends. So parents, that could be you gathering them children up, but you make sure your teen gets the credit for it. We will give them 2 season passes to Six Flags as well as Hurricane Harbor, and that is sponsored by Vic Johnson. And who's doing the food?
I forget the lady's name.
We'll give her a shout out though.
Yeah, we'll give a shout out to
her.
But don't come bringing your grandmama and your auntie and your 2 or 3-year-old kids thinking you got to bring teenagers to get this prize.
Right. So we'll see y'all tomorrow.
We want your grandmama, but she don't count towards your prize.
I'm winning that.
From 6 until 9. Okay, we are out. Love y'all. Peace.